Hey.
That was so awkward.
What's up, everybody?
Wow.
Married with Dragons.
And I'm looking like a dragon myself.
You're looking like one of those crab people.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm needing some help.
You're like one of those crab people that's getting eat up on the beach.
How's it going, guys? We're coming at you on a Monday night.
You see what I did? You see that logo?
That is
legit. What do you get your hand out of my face?
That is legit. Jeez. I love it. I think we should make a shirt with that on there.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I just slapped that together in 10 minutes. But we're here talking House of Dragons episode 2. And we decided to do these in live stream. So just up front with everybody, this is going to be a spoiler heavy live stream. We're going to be breaking down the episode that aired last night. Of course, now hopefully we've given everybody a full, 23 hours to watch it. So if you're mildly interested in this show or, interested at all, I imagine you probably already watched it.
Yeah, we got our merch on again.
Yep, got our House of Dragons shirts.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's see who we got in the chat. Do you want to say something real quick?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
But if you're joining us for the first time, if you somehow stumbled upon us, hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to hit the like button, guys.
Like the video.
Daniel Hernandez says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Daniel? How you doing?" Adrian James is here. Hey, Kenny Ken and Michelle. What's up? Let's see. Lance Jackson's here. Says, "Hey, I might think about watching this, but I don't have HBO Max, but I'm going to get someday because my other shows are on the Friends." And Martin, keep up the amazing work. Yeah, Martin's on it. I didn't know Martin was on there. Yeah, I definitely recommend you watch it. Don't watch this video though, this live stream. We're gonna spoil the heck out of the show. Grizzly, how's it going? What's going on? Lapke Vision Film says, I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, so I'm just here for the lovely couple, Michelle and Kenneth. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Lapke. Watch Game of Thrones, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
Watch Game of Thrones.
And also, we talked about, my hair is just not. We talked about this. It might have been in the first episode, I think, that you don't necessarily have to watch Game of Thrones to be able to watch House of the Dragon.
I don't think you do.
So if you want to skip Game of Thrones, totally do it and just go ahead and start watching this show. That way you can keep up with it, you know?
Yep, I don't think you do either. Vengeance Media's in the house. What's up, man? He says, it's my birthday.
Now, Vengeance, I got a bone to pick with you.
What bone? What bone?
I hadn't, chatted with him for a little bit. So I was a little bit worried about him. And I sent him a message on Instagram and he has yet to respond to me.
Well, some people like to take a social media detox every now and then.
No, he's been on.
Yeah.
So Vengeance, why haven't you replied to me?
You're making her feel like, when you text me and I don't get back with you immediately. She gets like that. You got to get back with her immediately.
No, I'll give you a little bit of time.
You guys need to check. I do want to check out Yellowstone. I really do. We'll get to it. We got to watch Better Call Saul too. Is this a spinoff of God?
And also,
yes,
I didn't say it, but happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Yes, this is a spinoff to Game of Thrones prequel series. It is a prequel series. Hey there, Vengeance Media, and happy birthday to you. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Vengeance, Joe Joker. All right, look, let's get into this thing. I just wanted to get into, and I've got like a full sheet. I know you were not going to go over all of it, but I just wanted some stuff to reference. Like I wrote down character names and stuff. I didn't want to get lost like we did last time.
But I do want to say, going in, that this is pretty cool. But episode 2 actually had more viewers than the premiere.
Which, it makes sense.
Right. Because people heard that the first one was good.
People were a little apprehensive about checking out the first episode. Yep. They're like, nah, they failed me with season 8. I'm not watching this crap again.
Right.
And it's like everybody's saying, that's great. Watch it.
Yeah.
And then they do.
They're like, okay.
And they realize. But yeah, this episode was called The Rogue Prince.
Yep.
I would say for obvious reasons.
Which makes sense.
Which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, what are your first thoughts on this episode? I think is where I want to start. Just initial thoughts.
I felt like this was a, very solid episode. They're definitely, you can tell that they're starting to get the ball rolling. Like they're starting to establish that the storyline, Yep. There's some moves a move, I guess.
Moves are being made.
Moves, and there were a couple moves. I feel like there's some things happening, and you're like, okay, like I'm seeing where this is going as far as how Game of Thrones was anyway. Like it's kind of like, okay, like this is probably not going to be good. So yeah, it was a good episode for me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I guess how do you feel about this show? We're 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I love it.
About the show.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, I think it's got, we did get our intro. You were talking about the intro last week, how they didn't play the intro. Like
I was so happy.
Yeah, so we got an intro,
happy.
And it was like the same music. It might have been as teeny.
I feel like it might have been a slight variation, but it was a really cool intro, and they showed the model in the actual episode. I felt like they displayed it a lot.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like it was just like basically blood, like running through a
which
whole...
is runs into the theme of
fire
and blood,
yeah,
the Targaryen slogan and all that. But
yeah, I really like the intro, and so I don't know. I was just gonna say though, off of that, I'm really enjoying it. I know it's only 2 episodes, but it's got what I loved about Game of Thrones. Like you can definitely tell that it is taking inspiration or, trying to give us that Game of Thrones feel that we all want and love and everything. And I think
but it's doing it without feeling
like a copycat,
like a wannabe Game of Thrones.
Right.
It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like a cheap version of Game of Thrones. And that's what I was always afraid of. Like, yeah, maybe I'll like it, but it'll feel like a lesser than version.
Yeah.
This feels like Game of Thrones. This feels like we're right back in it, like just the production value and the acting. It's like it's all there.
Yeah.
And I think I like this episode better than the first one.
Gotcha.
And I feel
because
comfortable.
we're like getting into the nitty-gritty.
I feel comfortable in saying like Game of Thrones is back for me. Like I'm truly excited. It's been a long time since I've watched a TV show or even a movie. And I've been this excited for the next one. Like I am very excited to watch the next episode next week.
Yeah.
And I can't say that about, everything.
Right. And I love, that
and this is why we don't cover Marvel shows, because you will not get this level of excitement or enthusiasm out of us.
Yeah. I forget what I was going to say. Because you interrupted me. I'm
sorry. Why don't you let me finish? It's your fault.
Whatever.
It's your fault sometimes.
Yeah, I can't remember. It'll probably come back to me again. But
if you can't remember, it didn't matter.
That's not true.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right, look, we'll get into the chat a little bit. But yes, I love the second episode, and we're gonna get into it. Let's see what everybody's saying.
Okay.
Lapke says he has HBO. So we could watch Game of Thrones and House of Dragon, but I also want to watch The Wire and Entourage. I haven't seen The Wire, but I do want to watch that as well. Let's see. We did get Joe Joker in here. Howdy. I don't know if I acknowledged him. Okay. Yeah. I also need to watch Stranger Things and Cobra Kai. Yeah, you gotta catch it. It's hard to get into TV. It really is. It's
TV shows are a commitment.
Yeah.
I know what I was gonna say. I like how with HBO they do the weekly releases of each episode instead of just throwing them all out there like Stranger Things.
It feels special.
You just binge watch it like it's old school, to where they just do it week by week, and you get to, like you said, look forward to the next episode and be like,
pretty much every streaming service now is following that, is going back to that. I think Netflix is like the only one that's holding out.
Yeah.
What's up, Mel? My Killer Podcast. Great live last night, Kenny Levels. Sorry I missed it.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Mel,
she missed it too.
Yeah, I didn't even know you went live, and it's probably for the best, or I would have been mad. So
that's exactly what I told everybody in the live stream.
Yeah,
I said as soon as my wife texts me, I'm out of here. But you never did.
Yeah, he was trying to be all sneaky. Luckily, he was didn't wake me up, so I guess I can't complain.
Yeah,
but you did try something different. You put up a blanket.
Yeah,
over one of the doors.
Had some insulation.
Yeah. And it helped.
Maybe it worked. I was worried though, because I heard you coughed and I heard you cough. So I thought, if I can hear her, she can probably hear me.
I don't know.
But anyway, that's enough with coughing talk.
Let's talk about what we're here for.
Everybody, the ending of episode 2 really gave me crabs.
Right.
Let's see. I've heard God Was Full of Nudity. Violence is a spinoff from the same. Not too much in terms of nudity. But and really not with this episode. There wasn't a ton of violence either. There was way more violence in the first episode.
Yeah, and then as far as nudity goes, like I think in the first one you saw like a guy's butt, and I don't even know did you see the girl's boobs or just her?
Probably
butt?
Did. I can't remember.
You saw some butts. They were having sex, but it was like it was pretty.
Pretty tame.
Yeah, it's pretty tame.
Pretty tame. Time to partner up with HBO next. Yeah. Are you watching the show, Pure Hangout? What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, Roundhouse, kick the like button. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get to the episode. We're gonna break it down.
We're not gonna break it down.
So we're gonna break it down. Well, where do you want to start? You want to start? You have anywhere you want to start?
So I just want to say that it's been about 6 months since the first episode.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I wasn't going to remember that.
Yeah, it's been about 6 months.
From what I heard, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but apparently this season is going to take place over a 30-year timeline.
Which would make sense since they're having those.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when the time jump's going to be. Mm-hmm. People are speculating it might be episode 3, might be next week, might be episode 4, 5. I don't know.
Which, I'll just say this very quickly. It's a bummer for me because I'm really enjoying the girl who plays Princess. What's her name? How do you say it?
Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the actress that plays her. I think her name was Millie Alcock. I think
it's Millicent. Is it Millie Alcock?
It's not Millicent.
Sorry, I got the wrong name.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying her, but she's playing the young version, and so if they're about to, age her, there's a whole new actress that's going to be playing her, and so that's kind of a bummer for me.
We'll get to her because she's definitely a standout. Did you have anything else to say?
I hate how you do that.
Well, I want to go. I want to go in order of things.
Okay,
I don't want to be so messy. I wrote down notes. I didn't do this for nothing.
Ken's trying to control this.
What do you think of the crab people? The crab people. It opens with these shots of crabs, and that's brutal. They're eating people. They're tied
there's
up.
People half alive.
Yeah,
getting ate
and
up
it's
by crabs.
What the hell is going on here? It's we never had crabs eating people in the original Game of Thrones series.
Right. I gotta say, I don't love that part of it. It's probably my least favorite part of it. It kind of gives me Pirates of the Caribbean vibes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were pirates. We're pirates.
Yeah, I'm not loving the weird crab people.
But they put it into context a little bit later. There's a reason why they showed that. It plays into the actual plot and what's going on. So they were.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll grow on me or.
Yeah, I don't know. That crab monster thing looked kind of freaky. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark place.
Oh, let's go in order, Ken. Let's go in order now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They didn't show him till the end, did they?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that right now. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that.
Okay. You're not sure about the crab people.
Not sure about the crab people. Crabs are just not good in general.
It's not. I hate for the second episode of House of the Dragon to give you crabs. All right.
Okay. So I was just going to start out. You might want to, like we said, this is called the Rogue Prince. So we've got our, Prince Daemon, right?
Prince Daemon, played by Matt Smith.
Which is King Viserys. Is that how you say it?
Viserys.
Viserys. It's his brother. And we've already seen that the Prince Daemon he's a little hot-headed, he's one of those guys that, what did you call him? An anti-hero or?
Kind of feels like an anti-hero. It's weird with him right now because I don't know. I'm gonna have to get the battery charger. This thing's not plugged in.
You didn't plug it in?
I didn't plug it in.
So professional.
I didn't plug it in. You want to let me out real quick?
You can't go around me? Come on now.
I can't. We're gonna have to talk.
Okay, well, basically we've got, Prince Daemon. He's a little upset, if you will, because King what did you say? Viserys?
Oh, you're on your own now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wing the names, guys. Okay, I never promised to say these things right, but Daemon's pretty much pissed off because he gave the princess the right to the throne, right? I'm looking at Ken for for approval.
Huh?
Are you good?
Yeah.
Are you good?
It's scary being on your own, isn't it?
It's not scary, but it's hard to concentrate when you're running around me.
All right. I don't know why it died so quickly. I mean, I just unplugged it.
Well, probably because you never unplug it, and that's bad to overcharge, I've heard.
No,
but anyway, so is that right? Daemon's upset because Princess
Daemon wanted to be the hand of the king, and the prince never, the king never acknowledged him, and
right. So basically, he's kind of throwing a temper tantrum. Okay.
And also, he didn't make him the heir.
Right. His daughter is now.
Yeah, his daughter is.
King's daughter is. So he's kind of throwing a temper tantrum. We see him at the end of episode 1, pretty much stealing a dragon, and he also steals an egg.
I think it was a little bit unclear whether or not he stole it or it was his. I thought he stole it, but now I started hearing people say that it was his dragon. But I think they made it clear in this one that he did steal it.
Okay, yeah. That's how I took it, unless they just meant that he stole the egg only. But so he's basically throwing a temper tantrum, and he goes to Dragonstone. So we get to see Dragonstone, which is cool.
That's where Stannis was holed up in season 2 before the Battle of Blackwater.
Yeah, so we get to see them in Dragonstone, and so the king, he finds out about it, and he wants to go himself, but they're like, no, that's dangerous. So his people go, and they're trying to do it, and you quickly see that it's probably not going to end that good. That there's going to be some bloodshed.
The guy that leads the charge is the hand of the king, Otto Hightower.
Right.
Otto Hightower.
And so, they're not handling it. It's probably going to get violent. And, what's really cool is that we get to see some more dragons. We get to see the princess, which we see earlier in the episode. She kind of mentions wanting to go and help, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of like, no, you're a princess. We don't need you.
Let's set the scene here. So you have them. It's this incredible set piece on a bridge where you have both sides. You have Otto Hightower on one side and you have Daemon on the other, and they're squabbling back and forth. And you feel the tension there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just feel like something bad's about to happen. They all draw their swords. And then the dragon, basically Daemon flexes on him and pulls out his dragons. Like, don't put your swords up because this dragon's getting ready to attack you guys.
Yeah, I forgot about the dragon coming out. Yeah.
So then they put their swords up, and then there's this moment of tension. And I don't know what would have happened if she hadn't flown in on the dragon, but
I'd say that they might have backed down and been like, okay, we're gonna have to regroup.
Yeah.
If they were smart, that's what they would do.
But anyway, the princess Rhaenyra comes in, and you see the clouds.
Yeah, the clouds.
Start the disturbance of the clouds.
Yeah.
And I heard you like gasp, like when you saw it, or you were like, "Oh no."
No, I was like.
I think you might have thought it was another dragon.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Did you think that something bad was going to happen when you saw that disturbance in the clouds?
Yeah, I don't think I thought it was going to be her.
Okay.
No, I don't think I put that together quite
because
yet.
it was one of those scenes, and Game of Thrones likes to kill people like crap. So I was like, is the entire King's Guard going to die?
Yeah.
In episode 2 of the show?
Yeah. So it was just like a really, as being a big Daenerys fan, I love Dany, love the dragons. I've said this several times. This was just a really cool scene for me because, like I said, I'm really loving the princess, and I think that she's doing a fantastic job. And so it was really cool to see her come swooping in on a dragon, and we're going to have to learn these dragons' names.
Yeah. She swoops on a dragon. She plops herself on the bridge behind the team. And it's like, I got a dragon too, mother effer.
Yeah.
And
she just, walks very fiercely over to her uncle because, we saw in the first episode that her and her uncle have a good relationship.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for that, things might have ended pretty bad.
So, Daemon, he does have a soft spot for his niece.
Yeah.
That's evident. And so, she definitely used that to her ability, and she advantage. And she, walks up, and, we've got some cool, what is their language called? Is it just Valerian?
I don't remember what a Targaryen, I guess.
I can't remember what their language is called.
Targaryen?
But, there's been some of that, they're talking in their language. And so that's really cool to see. And she basically, calls him out for his crap and was like, you need to, what are you thinking?
Says, grow up, uncle.
Yeah.
Stop with this crap. Give me my egg back.
Yeah, we didn't mention that the egg that Daemon had took. So apparently, I guess when the royal people have children, they put a dragon egg in the bassinet until the baby's born, is what I gathered. And so, we know from the king's wife dying, and you would call the baby a prince, right?
Yeah.
The baby died. There was a dragon egg for that baby, and Daemon took that specific egg because he knew that it would upset people, like that it would ruffle some feathers. And so anyway.
And it did.
Yeah. So that was just a really cool scene.
Easily the best scene of the show so far,
mm-hmm.
I'd say.
Yeah. Very cool. And it definitely lets you know, listen, I think this princess is not messing around. She's capable. Yes, she's still young, but see her potential, and you're like, she's going to be a badass. So
yeah, I really like, I like the character of Rhaenyra, and I like the actress that plays her.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how iconic, Daenerys came to be.
Right.
And, Emilia Clarke's portrayal of that character.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I latched on to her character as quickly as I am Rhaenyra.
Right.
And I mean, maybe it's just the way this show's written. I mean,
yeah. And also, it's kind of hard. It's kind of tricky or not fair to, praise so much about this show because it wouldn't be what it is without Game of Thrones and everything that they put into.
I was just trying to say it was a very slow burn into, I guess, likability for the character of Dany.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she was ever fully likable for me.
Yeah.
I know you really came to love her, but
I mean, I gotta say, as much as I love Dani, like I could easily see her becoming my new favorite. But then again, I don't know because they're about to kick her out and give her a new one.
You have to imagine they've done some excellent job on casting so far. Everybody in this show is great. Whoever they have come in to take over, we're just going to have to trust the show, runners that she's going to fill those shoes nicely.
Going back to that though, I'm just kind of confused why, because I feel like the actresses that play these girls now are not that terribly young to where they couldn't just carry them through, It's
maybe
weird
if it was 10 years, but like I said, it might be 30. That's a little bit harder of a, transition to pull off.
It's just weird to see the girl who plays her now and then seeing the other girl. Like, I don't feel like they're that much of an age difference.
I kind of feel like The Crown kind of changed the game for that.
Yeah.
And, we didn't watch it.
Yeah, I know, but I know
how often do shows do time jumps like that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like that had ever really happened before The Crown did it, and they cast like new actors in the roles.
Yeah.
So they might be taking a cue from that. And if it wasn't for that show and how successful it was on Netflix, I don't know if we, would have this problem. They might have just cast somebody and aged them up or whatever.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things to where, I'm getting a pimple. Side note.
I'm always getting a pimple.
I'm so distracted by my appearance tonight. It's just one of those things though. Like I personally, I don't know if like everybody's like this, but I personally kind of attach myself to characters. I get kind of like emotionally attached to them. And so I guess that's like why I struggle with it. Cause I'm like, well, I'm getting used to her. And so I don't.
It is the Game of Thrones universe. You're not supposed to get emotionally attached to anybody.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, we're going to have to walk it back because you jumped ahead all the way to the end. But, there were some things that happened in here that we can address, quickly. Well, the whole Dragonstone thing was maybe 45 minutes in, 40 minutes in or something like that.
Was it?
There's a lot of other things that
the main
it is.
Things
I mean,
here.
that's the climax of the show. Like that's the money shot of this episode.
I thought that happened before the king and him trying to find a wife.
Nope, that was after.
Are you sure?
Now he announces who his wife's going to be after that. Okay, the whole maybe, other scenes, but
okay, that's what I thought.
Sorry. So there was, they had to discuss getting a new Kingsguard because, of course, Daemon was the head of the Kingsguard and he left. So they put Rhaenyra in charge of that. I guess they felt like they had to give her something because somebody made a comment because she's like serving people wine still, and it's like, why are you serving people wine if you're the heir?
And so that's when she goes. Okay, so I didn't actually follow that. So that's why she went to the one part and they were showing her all the different men and what have you done?
Yes.
And
she was picking a new Kingsguard and she picked the guy that beat Daemon in the jousting competition.
Yeah, which you can already tell just from the first episode that they're definitely building some kind of romantic relationship there.
Yeah, for sure. And his name is Kristen Cole.
Like in real life, the actor?
No, that's the name of the character.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
His name is Kristen Cole. So he's the new...
That seems like a very normal name for a show like this.
Well, it's not... I thought it said Christian Cole, but it's Kristen.
Okay.
Kristen with no H. So he's the new head of the Kingsguard. You got, the king and Alicent. I think that's how you pronounce her name, but that's the daughter of Otto Hightower. Right. That's the girl that's, going to see the king at nights. And she's supposed to be comforting him. I guess that it was implied in the first episode that they were already romantically involved.
No, I don't think that they are.
But I don't think that they are either. I don't think
that's not the vibe that I got. Like they still seem very like not quite.
They're just talking. She's comforting him and like she's just providing conversation.
Yeah, that's how I took it. I don't think that they've been intimate or anything.
But she's obviously, I don't know if it's her game or her dad's game, but she's obviously, getting in there and, creating a fondness betwing them.
Mm-hmm. So far, I'm getting that it's her dad.
Yeah, I'm sure he's pulling the strings and stuff, but
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
But the drama's coming because Millicent is Rhaenyra's best friend, and she's with her, father. So
yeah, but you're skipping ahead too because we didn't talk about who his options were.
No, I'm getting to that. I'm getting.
Well,
to that.
you already gave it away though. Who he picked?
Did I?
Yeah,
I don't remember. But anyway, there's a meeting between the king and his cousin, who is
the queen that never was.
Yeah, the queen who never was. Yep. And I think her name's Rhaenys. I'll learn how to pronounce it as we learn more about the character. But yeah, the queen who never was. That's her name, which is a cool name. I like how this show gives cool names like that. But and her husband is Valerian.
Okay.
And he's the head of the, the ships and all the
He's
master of
the
ships.
Blonde dreads.
The blonde dreads.
Which I was confused about, but anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, he meets with them and they basically want to have him marry their daughter.
Yeah, because of pure Targaryen.
And they're already related, so he's having him. And this is a really kind of creepy scene.
So this was a very uncomfortable scene because this girl is
when they're first talking, it's like you don't realize how young she's gonna be. It's like, maybe she's as young as his daughter.
Yeah, we don't even see
maybe
her
she's
yet.
older than his daughter. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of know that it's probably pretty young, but yeah, it's definitely an arrangement between the two parents and the king, or they're what's the word? Suggesting or proposing. Yeah, they're proposing. Marry our daughter. Because there's all this pressure for the king to remarry because it has been about 6 months, and if he doesn't remarry, there's a risk of him losing everything,
and that's their game as well, getting their family bloodline into there to provide a new heir.
Then we get the awkward scene where he meets with the girl, with the daughter.
She's supposed to be 12, but the girl
she literally looks like she's like 8.
She looks like she's 7 or 8.
Yeah. And I mean, she doesn't act like she's, she's very like proper, and you can tell that she's they've coaxed her into like what to say, and it's just really uncomfortable, kind of sad. Like she gives him this whole spill about like, please pick me, I will give you children for your bloodline.
But luckily, King Viserys is a good guy, and he's not going to entertain.
He was like,
this
did your parents tell you to say that?
Made you say this, and
and he's just kind of like, and walks away.
He is treating it as an option, but I think it's only to entertain her parents.
Yeah.
He obviously probably is not going to go through it, but it's not like this probably isn't unprecedented in this universe. I'm sure that kind of stuff happens all the time. They marry off a 55-year-old,
and I was kind of telling you
this
that
feels awkward for us.
Yeah, I was kind of telling you that maybe had he picked her, or like in other situations where this might have actually like happened, I was just thinking that maybe the king would, or whoever would, just like have a prostitute on the side, to do sexual things until the young girl was old enough.
Yeah, because she still had 2 years till she was, fertile enough to give him an heir. And that's what kind of was my point. I was like, why would they? Because as we'll see in later scenes, like the king might be operating on borrowed time.
Correct.
He might not have much time left. So why? That's another reason why he wouldn't want to marry her, because he has to wait 2 years. Whereas with Alicent, he can go right now.
I feel like that's like a big reason not to pick her, because he's clearly on a time crunch here. So
but I don't think they know that. So anyway,
like you kind of already said, he didn't pick her. But the thing that kind of creates this friction and drama is that he doesn't tell his cousin and stuff. Well, he doesn't tell his daughter, and he doesn't tell the cousin.
Well, I mean, he's the king. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, he doesn't give him like a heads up or anything. He just announces, my wife is going to be, and it's the, and I don't even know, did he tell her, the girl, the wife? Did she even know?
Probably not. He doesn't have
she didn't seem very like surprised. So that's why I was confused. She was,
well, maybe. I mean, they've been talking a lot, so maybe she did know.
I don't think she did. I feel like,
I think in that moment she was more concerned with, her friend. God, what is Rhaenyra thinking right now?
Yeah, I don't think she knew. I really don't.
But yeah, but that's what I love about the show is I feel like just something so simple, just the king picking out his new bride, is going to lead to all of these problems down the line, and we're going to see it later with the scene that plays out. And it's like, he just created like 10 feuds with one decision.
I gotta say this. I gotta pick this out really quick. I literally said this to you. Otto gave my wife and I Littlefinger vibes. He's scheming. He has to be. Literally, first episode, I said, he reminds me of Littlefinger.
Yep, did I not say that? That's the Littlefinger. Yep. I was like, yep.
Yep. So anyway, I saw that. I had to say something.
But he does feel like his own unique character. Again, I will say, I don't know if he's going to end up being he definitely has his motivations, but I don't get the,
evilness or
the nastiness, the vileness of a Littlefinger. He
it's still early,
maybe
though.
more. Who's the bald guy? The spider, I think they called him. I forget his name.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm horrible with names.
But yeah, he reminds me of like maybe more like him than Littlefinger. But yeah, I can see that for sure. Let's see if we had the king is still getting now. Not only does he have a cut on his back, but he has like his fingers getting ready to like fall off.
Right, like the first episode, there's just like a little spot on his back, and then this episode, it's like his whole pinky.
Yeah,
and he's got like some kind of like rotting flesh disease, and it's really interesting to see how they treated things back then. Like they literally put his hand in maggots, and they're like, it'll clear up the whatever it is that's taking over.
It looked very relaxing, putting his hand in a bowl of maggots.
So yeah, there's definitely something going on with the king.
Yeah,
I don't know like what kind of diseases. I know this is like a fictional world, but I don't know if they're trying to like tell us like, oh, this is some kind of disease that would have been popular.
Yeah, but everybody knows, at least probably the people that are in these rooms while he's getting this stuff done, that he's probably operating on.
Yeah, you can tell like all of his, what do you call the people that are like his right hand men, or I don't know what you call
hand of the king, the right hand men.
All the people that are always with them.
They're trying.
You can tell that they're trying to keep composure, but you can also tell that they are a little concerned because they kind of like exchange glances with one another. You can tell that they're kind of like, this is not looking very good.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like they don't really know what to do about it. They're just kind of guessing and making crap up, I feel like.
Yeah, but it doesn't look good. If your fingers are turning black and you've got, big cuts on you, which they said that he got, cut by the throne, which is like, damn, what's that? That throne is like very infectious, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it was made out of, I think
swords and stuff.
I think it was made out of dragon glass, wasn't it? No, it was made out of Valyrian steel, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Made out of something. I don't know. Somebody will probably correct me. But you had a nice scene between the daughter and the king where he basically like reassures her that, look, I need to get remarried. I need to have an heir, but it's only for insurance purposes in case something happens to you.
Yeah, I thought that was a really sweet scene. He's like, and you can tell the love that he had for his wife. He was like, I will never replace your mother. I loved her very dearly.
Yeah.
But like you said,
I know some people weren't so sure about him last week, the way he handled that
yeah.
situation, but it was a tough situation to handle.
Yeah.
Like, and she was probably going to die anyway, regardless of if he cut that baby out or not, to be honest.
Yeah, it was definitely not an easy decision, but
yeah, he's marrying Alicent. So the last thing I want to bring up is, so Valeron is meeting with Daemon at the end of the episode, and they're now plotting together, which Valeron is the
so that's the
husband of
the queen that never was,
of the king's cousin.
The queen that never was.
The queen that never was.
They'll start calling her that.
Now he's plotting behind the scenes.
Yeah,
with Daemon.
they're pissed because you didn't pick my daughter.
And I don't know how this is going to play out, because I don't feel like Daemon at this point is going to go against his brother in that way and like plot to kill him and take him down.
Yeah,
I just don't feel like he's that type.
Unless something else happens.
I could be wrong, but I don't think he's, maybe he's going to entertain him and maybe help him get so far, and then he's going to change his mind, or something's going to happen there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this is a partnership that's going to last very long. But
yeah, I don't know. I feel like something else maybe is going to happen to really do Daemon over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Another scene that we forgot to mention was between the queen that never was and Rhaenyra, where they're basically talking about how they'll never pick a woman queen, or
they
will rule Westeros.
Yeah, that was a really cool scene for me because so the queen that never was, she's definitely giving me Cersei vibes. It like we said, it's hard not to compare this show to Game of Thrones.
She's obviously extremely bitter.
She's extremely bitter, which I get it. But yeah, like you said, I thought that was really cool, even though she's kind of playing a bitch, kind of being a little bitter and just not the nicest.
She's like, hey, you need to get up off your cloud because it ain't all fun and games.
Yeah. I did think it was like really powerful or whatever, or like just convicting. I don't know the word I'm looking for. When she told the princess, like, men would rather watch this place fall to the ground than give it to a woman. And so it was just like, yeah, I mean that.
But Rhaenyra's gave it right back to her. I mean, she was maybe being a little naive, but she's like, look, it's like they didn't want you. That's not to say that they're not going to want me to be in charge.
Yeah, so. She basically said it wasn't that they didn't want a woman, they just didn't want
you. I'm sure that's, because just what Rhaenyra's already shown, like she obviously has some very strong leadership skills, and she's not afraid to take action. And I don't feel like the Queen That Never Was is like that. I don't feel like she.
I don't know about that.
Has that same level of conviction, but.
I mean, we know very little about her. She feels like more of a schemer. We know very little about her, so yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, that's the episode. Well, we end the episode with the crab people again, right?
Right.
And we see the crab man's face.
Yeah.
And he looks really creepy. He looks like a new horror icon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling the crab people, but it's okay.
Kind of looks like Freddy Krueger a little bit.
I don't know. It was weird to me. Just kind of.
But if anybody else has anything to say, I know we've been talking for a while, but if you have anything you want to say about the episode, what were some of your favorite moments? Who's some of your favorite characters right now? Feel free to comment right now, but we'll be probably, ending it pretty soon.
Yeah.
Do you have, I wanted to go into like favorite moments. Was your favorite moments pretty much the bridge scene?
Probably, yeah.
We agree on that.
Yeah.
Any other standout moments for you?
I mean, yeah, probably obviously the bridge scene. And then the scene where her and her dad are at the table. That was a sweet moment. And then, yeah, again, with her and the Queen That Never Was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say the bridge scene and probably the Queen That Never Was and Rhaenyra's scene. I did think that had a lot of
I'm trying to think.
A lot of weight to what I feel like the rest of the show is going to be all about. And it sets up a lot between her and I'm sure there's going to be a rivalry there.
Yeah.
At some point, some stuff's going to go down. Favorite characters at this point?
The princess.
What's your top two?
The princess and it's like I like Damon. I do. I do like him.
You're a little unsure about him.
But I don't know. I just really like the princess and the king.
Yeah, I'm going to say the princess and Damon. Damon wasn't in this episode a ton, but when he was in it, it was impactful.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
he's just got that. He's got that hard shell up, and I don't feel like we've really got to know him yet.
Yeah, he just feels so complex. There's just a lot of layers to him. Like it's easy to say, "Oh, that's going to be the villain of the show."
Yeah.
There's just a lot more.
He's hard to read. Yeah. You just don't know.
Than that. So, and somebody asked in the chat, like, who's the villain? It's not really clear at this point, like, who's a villain. I mean, everybody has bad tendencies, I feel like, but people are wanting some sort of Joffrey type. Yeah, I feel like in episode 1 of Game of Thrones, like, we have met Joffrey. I don't feel like there's a character like that yet on this show. I just can't see like who would become that character.
Yeah, clear cut. No,
yeah, little sniveling, whining brats.
Which it's might be intentional to be a little different from Game of Thrones and to kind of make you, be a little bit more, just to like leave it. What's the word I'm looking for? Just some mystery still,
Ambiguous.
Yeah.
Sure. Lappy says Littlefinger. I got to look this guy up. He sounds like he's up to no good. I say pretty much.
Littlefinger. I know, right? I forget why they called him that, but that was his name.
That was his name.
Yeah.
The bridge scene and Crab Feeder guy was a cool reveal. I went to see some stuff go down with them. Yeah, I might have.
Yeah, you did.
Joe Joker says Targaryens all have the bright blonde whitish hair. Some of them definitely look alike from the distance. Love and House of Dragon says Scaps.
Yeah, go from there.
Love it. Our Pure Hangout says that he is watching it. Is this show a prequel to Emilia Clarke's character? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
What was it, 173 years? 172 years before?
Yeah, this is her ancestors. I saw the trailer. It looked like her character, but younger. But it could have been some other character. Yeah, it's another character. It's not. It's
yeah,
not
like Joe Joker said, they all have the blonde hair. So
yeah, let's see.
Like that, to talk about that. Whenever we heard about this show coming out, and you saw that, like you see the images and stuff, you're like, oh, are they like literally trying to make another one of, Danny, like another Danny?
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a prequel, so
just feels stronger.
But still, I was worried about that. Like it felt a little like generic or corny, or I don't know what. But like I'm so glad that I've been wrong.
If Danny was like this when she was 15, she would have burned Westeros to the ground in season 2. Like it's this character feels like she's no nonsense. Like she's there to get stuff done. Yeah. So the bridge scene. Where do you feel like we're going next? Do you have any predictions for next week's episode, or are you just kind of open to whatever? I
don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
I heard somewhere that I haven't really looked into it.
I don't want to hear anything.
You don't want to hear anything?
I don't want to be ruined.
Well, I heard next week's supposed to be a birth.
A birth?
It's supposed to be a birth of some sort. I'll just leave it at that.
A dragon birth?
I'll just leave it at that. Huh. Could be a dragon birth.
Well,
could be a crab birth.
I'm going to do some homework, and I am going to start learning all these dragons' names.
Okay, you do that. I'll learn the character names. You learn the dragon names.
Guys, I love the dragons, okay? They're my jam.
I mean, look,
I never thought I'd be a dragon girl, but I love them.
There was no quote-unquote dragon action in this episode, but they were just there, and that's all they needed to do. Like the presence of them. And I'm just so happy we have this show back.
Yeah.
I'm just really happy that we have this show back. And yeah, it was awesome.
All I know so far with the dragon. So like Damon had the red looking one. So like that's the one that he kind of had come out.
Dragon.
Like, you better back up. I'm gonna make my dragon. Blow y'all up.
And then you know those dragons are gonna have beef.
Yeah, and then you've got I don't know though. I feel like a lot of them should be friends, or like, you know what I mean?
You'll see them after
like family. They're like.
All the characters go home. The dragons are just hanging out in the dragon pub.
No, but I'm saying like drinking. You would think that they're like family related.
These stupid humans,
Oh my god, whatever. And then the princess, she has the like yellowish orangish looking one.
Yeah, they're really cool looking. They're really cool. They're doing an excellent job. Like I said, this show doesn't feel cheap. Like the production value's there.
I mean, there are some. I've noticed like there are a couple of scenes like whenever they're showing like the city or something that look kind of.
You think so? It does look a little cleaner.
Oh God, Kenan has clean.
It does look a little cleaner. I said that last week. Did I say that about this show?
I don't know. You say it about other stuff.
I said it looked a little cleaner, but it makes sense that it looks cleaner because it hasn't gone through
You said that the dragons were a little too clean. And I'm like,
yeah.
Well, they're not all going to be black and brown or whatever.
Look, you want to hear what I have to say about this episode? Let's score it. What's your score?
What did I give the other one? 5 out of 5.
What are you giving this one? I'm going to have to get the scorecard up here before we do the episode so you don't have time to think.
Guys, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 again.
I thought you hated it. You said you had problems with it.
Okay. Like, should I deduct like a 0.25 because of the crab people I don't like? Okay, I'm going to do 4.75.
Last week I gave it a 4.75 out of 5. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 this week.
Okay.
Because I thought this was a great second episode. Like, it took everything that was established in the first episode and just upped the ante even more. And it had, in my opinion, like a top Game of Thrones moment. Like, I feel like that bridge scene was like super awesome. Maybe when you compare it to some of the later seasons of Game of Thrones, not that awesome, but in the context of this show, like it was very impactful. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 5.
But it's like something happened, but nothing happened.
Something happened, but nothing happened, and that's why I was so.
And that's kind of weird.
It's just like thinking and just having that anticipation because you know what those dragons are capable of from the other show, just knowing what they could do at any moment's notice. And it's just, I don't know. It was so good.
You know what? I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. This is what I'm wanting to know. is it possible for this show to be a 5 out of 5 every episode? That's what I want to know.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think that, this show is going to stay this strong for the next 8 episodes? Obviously, we have a lot of stuff that could go down. If it's taking place over 30 years. We're going to have a lot of new character introductions, new actors and stuff. Is it going to be as engaging, or is it going to get even better? Like, are we going to look back at these 2 episodes and be like, those episodes weren't shit compared to this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very optimistic that it's gonna continue to be good.
But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I know at this point. I'm excited. I'm optimistic for the future of this show. It's renewed for season 2, so the people that made it obviously.
I don't know if we said that. Oh yeah, we did, because you were like, it's too soon. We did it on our live stream maybe Saturday. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we talked.
Do you want to read the rest of the comments? There were a few more.
Let's see. Lapke Vision Film says Amelia Clark could always show up at the end of the last season or episode or something like that. I don't think so, because I don't think this is going to go all the way up to Game of Thrones.
My question is, like, it said 172 or 173 years before. Was that meaning the birth of her, or like when she, became the yeah? So wouldn't it be cool if they did end it though with like the birth of her somehow? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I do want to see a show about the how they overtook the Mad King, though. I don't care if it's like a 3 episode season or arc or whatever, like a mini series.
Well, I mean, if we're getting another season, they could easily take us up to that point.
Yeah.
Like if they want to do some time.
They could. But I mean, there's apparently 8 other Game of Thrones spinoff shows that are coming. So we're going to go all over the place.
Well, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too. Right, I'm sure some of them are going to suck though. Spicy 4K Action says, is there any main characters who you don't think will make it to season 2 already? That's interesting.
Honestly, the king.
Definitely the king.
Yeah.
The king is dead probably in the next 3 or 4 episodes.
Which is a bummer. I like him.
Because he just has that impending doom. It's just when you look at him, you're like, you're a doomed character. Like, you're going at some point. You're not going to be here for much longer. As for anybody else, I don't think anybody else is going anytime soon.
No, me either.
No, I don't think, I mean, we could see, Otto Hightower go, but I don't think Damon's going. I don't think Rhaenyra's going. Obviously, she's kind of like the main character of the show. But again, that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, if they do a 30-year time jump, like the Otto guy is going to be kind of old.
Yeah. So he could go.
He could, yeah.
Yeah, he could definitely be taken out by Daemon at some point, probably. Peach Dragon.
Yep.
I can't wait for the 4K of this season. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Lots of dragons next week. 4K is going to blow the stream quality away. I know I need to get that 4K set. It's up to $111 right now. It was $99 last week.
Game of Thrones?
I should have got it.
Hopefully they, like, for this show, whenever they do it, hopefully they come out with some, like, a cool box set.
This show's not cheap. I just said, when does Lord of the Rings come on? Is it this Friday?
Oh God, who cares? No,
we're gonna watch it, right?
Isn't it?
I think it's this Friday.
I thought it was like later in September. I mean, they've been promoting the crap out of the show, and I literally don't give a crap. It's sad.
And that's sad because you're a Lord of the Rings gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I literally have not watched any other previews since the one that we reacted to.
We're gonna watch it. We have to. I don't know if we're gonna do like a weekly show about it or anything, or review it. Or we may talk about it on a live stream or something. But 5 out of 5, I agree. The crafting is starting in this episode, and it's being done well so far. Yep. It was a better episode. The gears are starting to turn. Yeah, you're just seeing all these, situations start to gear up, and it's great.
Marinate.
Do you like the time jumps? I mean, I think they're handling them well so far. Like, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew it was some time ahead, but I didn't realize it was 6 months until you said something. But
as far as like 30-year time jumps, like I don't necessarily, like I said, I don't necessarily like that. But hopefully they'll pull it off.
I'm not exactly sure, Lapke. I just heard 30 years for this season. Maybe it was this series. Maybe somebody was mistaken. I don't know. It wasn't like a credible spot that I heard it. It was just kind of chatter.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Surely if you're watching this, that means that you're already watching the show. But if for some reason you're not, well, he's not. He said he wasn't. But You need to watch the show.
I'll watch it, and don't even worry. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, don't even worry about it. Just start watching this show. You can catch up with us.
Been 2 episodes.
I really don't feel like it's necessary, at least not so far. Like, yeah, you're going to get a couple Easter eggs here and there. You're going to see some stuff, but it's not.
You're not going to feel like left out.
Yeah, you'll be fine if you just start it, at the beginning of the show. But
right.
Let's see. Joe Joker will end on this one. I love Lord of the Rings. My wife and I's wedding bands are the Rings of Power with the black speech on them. Don't know how I feel about the show yet.
Wow, that's so cool.
I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy too, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for Sunday. Is it Sunday yet?
Hopefully soon.
I'm my fake watch here. And
Don't wish Sunday upon it. That means I have to go through another weekend of work. And
I know. I don't want to, rush the week away.
But look.
Thanks for hanging out and listening to us ramble
about House of the Dragon. I tried to keep it a little organized tonight.
You tried to, micromanage.
Well, you need to get on board. Get on board, or I'm going to throw you in the pit
sometimes
with the crab people.
Mm-hmm. Ken thinks that this is his show. He forgets that, this is our show. So, all
right, next week you write the notes. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to sit here.
Hey, I had notes. Look at this. These are my notes
too.
And then my daughter gave me a sticker and told me good job.
I was ready to talk about House of the Dragons, the Rogue Prince. But yeah, this show's great, guys. Watch this show. It's awesome.
Yep.
You want to take us out?
Like the video, guys.
Comment. It's important that you guys comment after the stream goes off. It really does help out the live stream,
when
the algorithm and all that stuff.
When this ends, I'm asking all of you who are in here to go back into the video and just comment your score of the episode.
Yes.
Give us your score of the episode.
Yes, please do that. 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. That's all you have to comment.
Yep.
Just your score of the episode down below. And yeah, everybody have a great night.
We'll see you next Monday talking about episode 3.
See you next Monday.